everyone watching, everyone sitting here in the sanctuary, to begin to become still. This is where we have moments to pause, to turn within, to prepare our hearts, our minds, our souls, our spirits. And this is where we commune together in the oneness. So as we begin to become still and move our awareness out of our minds, down into our body, into our heart space, and even just below to our solar plexus. We take these precious moments to consciously open our hearts as if we had shutters on them. This is our opportunity to fling them open as if we were welcoming the morning sun. As we consciously breathe in the fresh, new energy. So let us do that by taking a nice deep breath. And as we breathe out, releasing all the old energy in our body systems, just letting it all go. All coagulated thought forms, anything that's no longer serving. Just letting it go with each out breath. And consciously breathing in new, fresh energy. As we turn our conscious awareness to allowing this energy to fill us up like a balloon. Every in-breath filling us with spirit. Perhaps taking some deeper breaths than you might normally do. As we fill up with this energy of love, of peace, this energy that is joy, that is harmony, and just allowing it to have its way. Letting it renew, refresh, reboot our body, mind, and spirit. Breath by breath. Clean, new energy. Love, peace, joy, energy. And letting out and letting go. All worries, doubts, fears. As we become centered in this eternal now. This now where peace resides always. Where love is always available. And as we become centered in that energy, I invite you to become aware of all the sensations in your body temple. Starting at your toes, and just being aware, following the energy up your legs, your knees, your thighs, to your hips, to your torso, up your chest and arms, all the way up through your neck, your shoulders, up through your face, to the back of your neck, all the way up to the crown of your head. And following that energy back down to the shoulders, the arms, the torso, back down into your hips, your thighs, to your knees, your lower legs and calves, back down to those beautiful toes. And give them a little wiggle. Wiggle your toes. Anchoring our consciousness in our body temple has the effects of being revitalizing. Our body is always being responsive to our thoughts. Our hands and feet are moving with just our thinking about getting out of a chair or walking somewhere. Always responding, always responsive. We just allow ourselves to have gratitude well up for all the functionings of this body temple, this body system. Now let us bring awareness to this energy that is all around us, all around this body temple. With the next breath that we breathe in with the awareness that the air that is around us, we are now welcoming into us. It is becoming part of us as we breathe it in. This air that is always available, that was here before we were born, ready for us. This air that is here for us throughout our entire lifetime. And as we breathe in, oxygen, we breathe out carbon dioxide, which is like oxygen is to us, to the plants on this earth plane. So we recognize our symbiotic relationship with all that is. And in this recognition, let us know our oneness. For there truly is nothing separate. We are our bodies, our minds, our spirit, a microcosm of the macrocosm. So let us take that awareness out into the world today. Be more conscious of our breathing, perhaps more grateful of every breath that is available. And may be aware that every breath that we breathe out also has purpose and function. And revel in the oneness that we are, as we may be individualized expression of divine source energy. There is but one. And so we just allow gratitude to well up for this time in meditation, this time to become aware and open to all that is and all that shall come forth as this service. So as we allow gratitude to well up in our hearts, ever so slowly and gently, when you're ready, allow your eyes to open. And I invite you to stay in this awareness of the breath for a few minutes while we're waiting on service to begin shortly. Namaste. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I can't sing with that, huh? I try. We'd like for you to stand and join us for our first song, Down in My Soul. I know y'all know the words, so sing along with us here and at home. I love silence down in my soul. I love silence down in my soul. I love silence down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home.
I got a new day down in my soul. I got a new day down in my soul. I got a new day down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home.
I got music down in my soul. I hear music down in my soul. I hear music down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. I feel power down in my soul. I feel power down in my soul. I feel power down in my soul. And the whole wide world is my home. And the whole wide world is my home. Home, home. I don't need a whole lot of money. I don't need a big fine car. I got everything a man can want. I got more than I could ask for. I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay out all night. some kind of wonderful, some kind of wonderful. Talking about God, yeah. Is there anybody here that knows what I'm talking about? Is there anybody here that knows what I'm talking about? Now can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? Come on, can I get a witness? Can I get a witness? And don't you know that it's some kind of wonderful, some kind of wonderful, some kind of wonderful, some kind of wonderful. Oh, it's some kind of wonderful, some kind of wonderful, some kind of wonderful, some kind of wonderful. Can I hear a soul in it? Some kind of wonderful. Can I hear a amen? Some kind of wonderful. You know that. Some kind of wonderful. Some kind of wonderful.
Good morning. Am I turned on here? Yes, I sure am. Yay. So, look at how Joe's changed. Jeepers. Actually, Joe has not changed. Joe's quarantined, unfortunately, for his exposure from COVID, but we've got Ralph back. Wow. Yay. Welcome home, Ralph. We're glad to have you back. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry, I was distracted for a minute there because our lights have a mind of their own and they suddenly just went on and they're working just fine where they weren't this morning. Anyway, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wherever you are on your spiritual path, you are so very welcome here. My name is Reverend Shell Redfern and I'm Spiritual Director at the Center for Spiritual Living, Cape Coral. And wherever you are on your spiritual path, again, I already said that. Anyway, we believe that we are co-creators with the divine and that you can change your life by changing your mind, change your thinking, change your life. Ernest Holmes is the founder of this philosophy that we study, and we teach universal teachings that are found in all of the great faiths, philosophies, and religions all over the world. We just entertain a whole bunch of things here. If you have a prayer request, we ask that you leave that on our website, cslcapecoral.org. There's a prayer request button. Please just click on that, and our practitioner team works with that all week. Same goes if you are not on our email list. We send out 2 emails a week just talking about upcoming events with a place to register to be here live because we are live. And so visit our website, cslcapecoral.org, hit the message button and do leave us a message. So now it is time to confer a greeting or a blessing on those in the sanctuary here, everybody at home. So everybody in the sanctuary will stand up. We'll confer this blessing. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living. We know who you truly are. You are the spiritual image and likeness of God. We appreciate you, we love you, and we are thankful you are here. Welcome to the center.
Welcome. Glad to be back. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You've heard this one before. Doesn't matter where they come from. Doesn't matter what their name. Doesn't matter what they look like, or if they've been unjustly blamed. Doesn't matter how they're different. Doesn't matter how they pray. The only thing that really matters is that you love them anyway. Love them anyway, each and every day. No matter what they say, love them anyway. Love them anyway, each and every day. No no matter what they say. Love them anyway. Love them any way that you can, and you'll discover. Love them any way that you can, you'll find it's true. There is something deep within that you'll uncover, and that thing within is always loving you. Doesn't matter how they're different, doesn't matter how they pray. The only thing that really matters is that you love them anyway. Doesn't matter if they're many or if they're standing all alone. It doesn't matter their advancement or if their tools are made of stone. It doesn't matter if they're richer. It doesn't matter if they're not. It doesn't matter if their homeland is freezing cold or blazing hot. Love them anyway, each and every day, no matter what they say. Love them anyway, each and every day, no matter what they say. Love them anyway. Love them any way that you can, and you'll discover. Love them any way that you can, you'll find it's true. There is something deep within that you'll uncover, and that thing within is always loving you. It doesn't matter how they're different, doesn't matter how they pray. The only thing that really matters is that you love them anyway. The only thing that really matters is that you love them anyway. Thank you.
Can you hear me now? Yay. Good morning, everyone. Let's give some more love to Ralph over there. I love that song. And even though I hear that you might be responsible for the cold we're feeling today, we will love you anyway. We can all use some fresh, cool air here in Florida anyway. No? My name is Linda Lloyd. I'm a practitioner here at the Centers for Spiritual Living, and it is my honor and privilege to present our reading today. And our topic today is on oneness. And I chose, or what chose itself to be presented today, was from Ernest Holmes, 365, Science of Mind. This is an amazing little book with a little reading that you can begin your day with every day. And this particular reading can be found on page 301. And the title is, I Am One with All There Is. Truth stated in the simplest manner affirms that God is all there is. God never changes. God is in me. God is that which I am. God is in the universe. God is the universe. No mediator exists between myself and God but my own thought. I am the writer, the inspirer, and the thing written about. I am the creator of history, of the one who experiences it. I am its record and its interpretations. I am is the thread of a unity running through all, binding all back to God. God is perfect oneness. All of God exists everywhere. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. This divine visitor, which is my true self, is both the one who stands at the door and knocks, and the one who opens the door. It is the glory of its recognition that gives me mastership. There is but one self who needs no mediator. This self is immediate, present, and available. Every cell of my body temple, every thought of my mind, every glory of my spirit dwells in the very center of the one. In the stillness of a new day, I know that I am one with all there is now and always. So let us take that into prayer. How good it is to have this moment right here, right now, to pause, to come together in the oneness as we recognize together this one life source supply, maintaining, sustaining substance that is the very breath that is breathing us, that is the beating of our hearts, that is all that we are, and recognizing we are all that it is. For there is no separation between the Creator and the created. We are one and the same. So it is from this oneness, from this knowingness, from this lovingness that I bless this time together, blessing this service, just calling forth the great, grand, glorious day that has always been, that was created since the beginning of time. And I know that it continues to be, and it unfolds as this service, it unfolds as this time together, it unfolds as the music, and in particular, this amazing message that Reverend Shell has as spirit flows through her. Just knowing it is all in divine order, in oozing out its divine perfection onto wide open hearts and minds. So I am just so very grateful, so grateful for this day and each and every one that I am, as I know that we are one in this thing called God and this thing called good together, here, now, and always. So I invite you to come together and join me in anchoring this prayer by saying, and so it is. Thank you. And now let us welcome up our beloved Reverend Shell.
So, excuse me. All week we've been advertising here and now as the talk, and I'm here to tell you we were just kidding. That's not the theme this week. But I'm glad that that was advertised because it gives me an excuse to talk about here and now, which will be the theme next week. And Reverend Diane will be here to deliver that message next week. So please show up and show her the love and support that I always receive from you guys. I just welcome her into our fold. So next week, here and now, will be with Reverend Diane. What we're really talking about is grounded beyond the beginning. Grounded beyond the beginning. And I got that topic and went, what the heck does that mean? You know, because you can be grounded as in when you were little. Well, my husband can sometimes ground me, you know, just to have me at home for a little while. But, you know, stay in one place. You can be grounded as in centered. So I struggled a little bit with this because what the heck does grounded beyond the beginning mean? So I started to think about it. And the first thought was, what are we grounded in? What are we grounding in right now? In other words, where is our mind? Where is our heart? Where is our attention right now? This has been a week and continues into today. The people here in the sanctuary saw that dog come in with my husband, and I thought it was one of our dogs. I'm like, what are you doing? And it wasn't. He found that dog on Vizcaya on the way in. And so he picked it up off of the street, and and he's going home now to see if he can find the owner of that dog. So that's chaotic on Sunday morning right before I get up to speak. You know, and so and this world has been chaotic lately, hasn't it? With all that happened in the Capitol building this week, holy smokes, holy smokes. And so it's really easy to get caught up in the drama of that, in the chaos of that, in the fear of that. You know, what is happening? And so what are we grounding in? Are we grounding in fear? Are we grounding in chaos? Are we grounding in a sense of loss? Are we grounding in anything like that? Or are we grounding in love? Are we grounding in peace? Are we grounding in the truth with a capital T? And as Linda indicated, this talk in the talk notes, they spoke extensively about oneness. Now, we here at the Centers for Spiritual believe that there's one power, one presence, and that we are all in it and as it, and there is nothing but spirit. So despite what looks like chaos, despite what looks like things coming apart, they are falling together, and God is emerging in all of this. There needs to be a falling away of what's no longer serving our country, each of us as individuals, and sometimes that's extremely messy. But what's ours to do is stay grounded in the truth that spirit is seeking to emerge. God is in the house. Love is underneath everything. Peace is underneath everything. So that's my first question. Then again, what are we grounding in? When we begin our day, where is our head? Where is our headspace? I don't know if y'all saw the recording on Facebook yesterday. I read from a yogi book, and the joke was hilarious. He started with a joke, and so it's worth watching just for that. If you didn't see it, it's worth watching for that. But one of the things in the reading was, I am the way I am because of someone else, or we could substitute something else for someone else. I am the way I am because of someone or something else. So that's pointing out there to the world of condition to explain why I'm in this mood, why I'm having this kind of day, why I'm having this kind of life. It's my childhood. It's pointing out there and saying something out there is the reason. So the very first thing that we have to do is take responsibility for the experience that we are having in life right now. Yes, this thing at the Capitol happened. Yes, we have a lot of reasons. All of us have past stories that we can tell you why things got the way they are. Okay, so they're that way. Now, how are you going to step up to the plate and create a conduit within yourself for spirit to flow? How are you going to be the peace that you want to see in the world? How are you going to be the calm that you want to see in the world? Because it begins and ends with each one of us. We can hold others responsible, but they're not. We are responsible for how we show up in the world and the experience that we have of this world. We are responsible. So, point number one, we need to take responsibility for how we're perceiving the world. The world is, we assign meaning to what's going on in the world. We assign meaning to what's going on in the world. We get to choose. And when I look at what happened at the Capitol this week, I know that something grand is seeking to emerge. And it's looking really messy. But something grand is seeking to emerge. I think that all of that our officials are going to come together as a result of this happening. That's what I believe. So as messy, as chaotic, as horrible as that was, I think good is emerging as a result of it. So the goal then, if we go back to the name of the talk, Grounded Beyond the Beginning, the goal then is to begin each day grounded in peace. And then to carry that grounded in peace into the day. So I'm talking about spiritual practice here now, right? Can't say it enough. Please, please, please set aside 5 minutes even every morning. Don't get out of bed maybe until you Go through a list of gratitudes, things that you're grateful for before you even put your feet on the floor. That's a spiritual practice. If you're really upset and bothered by what happened at the Capitol building this week, journal it out of you. Talk about your fears. Talk about it. It's normal to be fearful, but to stay there, to set up a tent there is what I'm concerned about. So if you're feeling fear, see one of our practitioners. We are still available, all of us practitioners, to do prayers with you. We would love to. Send us a prayer request. We will call you. We will send you an email. Lean into the support that exists here at the center. We may not be getting together in the same way, but we are the same people doing the same things. So please lean into that. And let us help you ground yourself in peace. So now especially, I think what's ours to do is to experience peace first thing in the day and ground ourselves in that peace, ground ourselves in that love, and ground ourselves in the knowingness, the oneness that Linda was talking about before. So I'm going to share with you about 6 different ways that we can stay in the peace that we start our day out with some spiritual practice and keep it with us all day. Okay? 1, begin your day with calm. Even 1 minute of breathing, deep breathing. Gratitude list, meditation, prayer, anything. Start your day with calm. Because as I started out this talk with, chaos can ensue. But if you start your day with calm, you can return to that calm place. That's what you're grounding yourself in. Remember that thoughts are not facts. If you check out all your thoughts, if we can become observers of our thoughts, that's what this is about. Becoming observers of our own thoughts. The interesting thing about thoughts, 99% of them are not about the right here, right now moment. They're about what happened yesterday or the day before or the year before, or what's going to happen tomorrow or the day after or a year after. They are generally not about being right here, right now. And those thoughts often don't serve us. They scare the bejesus out of us, often. Or they make us a victim of what something or someone did to us. So we need to remember that our thoughts are not facts. Our thoughts are not facts. They're just thoughts. And that way we can start to release them, start to release the fear that's around them, start to release the pain that's with them, and create new thoughts. So if we can become observers of our thoughts and remember that thoughts are not facts, that would help greatly to create the peace throughout your day. Find reasons to praise others instead of criticizing them. Do you know what this does? It changes your filter. It changes the way that we look at the world. It changes the way that we look at people. If we are looking for ways to praise others, guess what? We'll find more ways to praise others. What does that create? That creates more peace within us, doesn't it? So if we can look at others through this filter of what can I find great about this person? Everybody, not just some people, everybody. What can I find to praise about this person? We can see the world in a brand new, glorious way. Find reasons to praise others instead of criticize them. Shift your perspective from thinking that things happen to you to thinking that they happen for you. That's a big discernment. That's a big discernment. Things happening to me or for me. What's the big difference there? I think the entire universe is for me. I think the entire universe has got my back. And I think that the entire universe has got your back too, if you let it. That's where my perspective of what happened at the Capitol building came from. The idea that the entire universe is for us, that what is seeking to emerge is more peace, more love, more joy, more cooperation. I believe that with my whole heart, soul, and being. And I believe that of my own life, that everything that is happening in my own life is there for me. It's not happening to me, regardless of how it shows up. It's happening for me so that I can have a greater experience of God, so that I can have a greater experience of peace. Shift shift your perspective from thinking that things happen to you to thinking that things happen for you. The entire universe has got your back. Let go of the thought of competition. Instead of competing for what you want, create it. That's a good one, isn't it? We live in a society where competing is normal. I have, I've never been competitive. Never. Not even a little bit. I wasn't into competitive sports and stuff, so that might be part of it. So I was raised as an artist, so that not doing that kind of thing, so that's probably part of it. But even when I had my own business, I made it my goal. It was a graphic design business. I made it my goal to meet and get to know a lot of other graphic designers and to understand what their strengths were. Because illustration is not one of my strengths. But I know a good many people where illustration is their strength. So I could refer people that came to me with illustration jobs to these other graphic designers. And I've been told by many of them, why do you do this? This is your job. You could have hired me to do it. And I said, well, I don't see things as competition. I'm saying to that client, I'm not a good fit for this job, but I know who is. Let me introduce you to them. I think that's a beautiful way of doing business. And I have often earned the respect of that client because I was honest. I was straight up with them. I didn't put a big markup on something. I referred them to the right person to do the job. It's earned me clients. I didn't lose anything. I gained many things from doing things that way. And we also formed networks with these other graphic designers where we'd refer things back and forth, recognizing where our strengths and weaknesses were. That's the way the world can work if we are not working from a place of competition. There is more than enough work for everybody. It was always where I came from, and I still believe that. There's more than enough for everybody right here, right now. We have a distribution problem. We don't have a problem with enoughness. We have a distribution problem. And much of the distribution problem is created by the idea of competition. So I'm inviting us to look through a different lens where instead of competing, we create. If you want to see something emerging, create it. And be open to how it can show up and be open to sharing what you've got. Create it. Make a conscious effort to radiate an energy of serenity and peace. You've been with people like this, yes? Where they just have such a peace-filled, oh good, dog found a home. Thank you, Leland, for doing that. That is really awesome. That is really awesome you did that. Good. Make a conscious effort to radiate the energy of serenity and peace, which I can at a greater level right now. Make a conscious effort to radiate energy of serenity and peace. So what does that look like? I was starting with you've all been around people that are like that you just walk into a room with them and kind of feel like you go, like you can exhale. They just carry that with them, right? What if we are conduits for this serenity and peace? What if we bring that into the room? But guess what? We've got to be that in order to bring that. So we go back to slide number 1. Are you starting your day in calm and in peace? And how do you become grounded, so grounded in that calm and that peace that you can bring it to every situation and radiate the energy of serenity and peace? That's what's going to change this world. That's what creates a world that works for everybody. When we know of the oneness, God is all there is. I am one with Spirit. Spirit is right where I am in its fullness and its wholeness. I am it. So are you, and you, and you, and you, and you. We are all Spirit made manifest. We are the eyes of God looking into the eyes of God at all times. And that's something that we can have serenity and peace in. So, to that end, thank you guys. What would Ernest Holmes say? I don't know if I've used this here or not, but it's one of my favorites. It's a prayer for world peace that Ernest Holmes wrote. So I invite you to close your eyes and take in this wonderful prayer by Ernest Holmes. And this is how we're going to end today. Okay? I know there is but one mind, which is the mind of God, in which all people live and move and have their being. I know that there is a divine pattern for humanity, and within this pattern, there is infinite harmony and peace, cooperation, unity, and mutual helpfulness. I know that the mind of each person, being one with the mind of God, shall discover the method, the way, and the means best fitted to permit the flow of divine love between individuals and nations. I know that there shall be a free interchange of ideas, of cultures, of spiritual concepts, of ethics, of educational systems, and scientific discoveries, for all belongs to all alike. I know that because the divine mind has created us all, we are bound together in one infinite and perfect unity. In bringing about world peace, I know that all people and all nations will remain individual, but unified for the common purpose of promoting peace, happiness, harmony, and prosperity. I know that deep within every person, the divine pattern of perfect peace is already implanted. And I now declare that in each person and in leaders of thought everywhere, this divine pattern moves into action and form to the end that all nations and all people shall live together in peace, harmony, and prosperity forever. And so it is now. And so it is. Namaste, dear ones.
Good morning, everybody. Good to see you, Roger. My name is Melissa Tuff, and I am a licensed practitioner here at the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral, as well as the treasurer of the Leadership Council. And it is my great pleasure and honor to provide you with our tithing opportunity today. So now is our opportunity to show gratitude for all that's transpired here today. And we offer several ways for you to give. You can text your tithe to 239-320-3820. You can send your contribution through PayPal by using our PayPal address at paypal@cslcapecoral.org. You can visit our website at cslcapecoral.org, where you can set up an automatic transfer of funds on a weekly, biweekly, or a monthly basis, or you can just make it easy on yourself and click that little donate button on our page. You can also mail a check to CSL Cape Coral at Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral, 406 Southeast 24th Avenue, Cape Coral, Florida, 33990. And you can even support your spiritual home through your online shopping with Amazon. Simply visit smile.amazon.com and select the Center for Spiritual Living Cape Coral as your charity of choice. If you're joining us in person, there are blue vessels on your way out the sliders where you can deposit your gift. Please know that your generosity expands far beyond our spiritual home. Your gifts allow us to support local charities like Hearts and Homes for Vets, the Cape Coral Police Department Children's Program, the Cape Coral Caring Center, who provides food and emergency financial assistance to families in Lee County, and human trafficking prevention. So I invite you to hold your tithe between your hands if you have it available, and if not, join me in placing your hands over your heart as we speak our tithing affirmation. Today, I know the activity of divine abundance is at work in my life and the life of this center. I give and receive generously as I live in the flow of bountiful good. And now I speak a word of blessing over these tithes. With appreciation and love, I accept these offerings and gifts. Divine love through me blesses each gift and each giver. I know that all that has been given here today circulates to do great works both within this spiritual community and the world at large. Standing in gratitude, I release these words, so please join me in saying, and so it is. And now let's welcome back Reverend Shell with our announcements.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you. So we've got some classes and groups coming up. Our friend Melissa Arterberry is hosting a group for grief, and this is all kinds of grief. It's the loss of a loved one, the loss of a pet, loss of independence, maybe any kind of grief that you may be experiencing will be addressed in this group. It is on a love donation basis. And if you are interested in joining Melissa for that, she hasn't announced a day and time yet. She's kind of getting together with all of the people that would like to be part of the group and then formulating an idea of when that's going to happen. So if you are interested, please email Melissa at marterberry, that's MARTERBERRY 1970 @gmail.com. So grief discussion group coming up. We do have two classes coming up. They are the Essential Ernest Holmes, which is a 10-week class. If you are on practitioner path, this would be the class for you. It is based on the text, The Essential Ernest Holmes, by Jesse, I want to say it's Jesse, I don't remember his last name. I want to say Jesse James, but that's the, it could be. It's Jesse something, I'm sorry. But it's a 10-week class, an accredited class. So that'll be starting at the end of January, maybe the beginning of February. The other one is Revealing Wholeness. This is a brand new class from Home Office. This is a consciousness building class, also an accredited class. This is based on the Science of Mind textbook and Mind Over Medicine, which is a wonderful text. It's a really wonderful, wonderful book. So watch for details on that coming in your email this week and more details next Sunday as well. Midweek tune-up continues at noon. We meet out back here. We are masked and social distance, meeting outside noon Wednesdays, so join us for that. Our food drive continues. Thank you to Stephen and Patrick for delivering the food over there this weekend. And so please drop off some canned goods if you have some. It's in great need right now here in Cape Coral. We will be exiting through the sliders as always this week, and so I will bump elbows with you out there. We ask that you leave the sanctuary and talk outside, even though it's a little bit chilly out there today, so that we can sanitize this room. And now it's time to stand in the light. When we stand in the light, we stand knowing the truth about a situation, what we want to see and experience. So I am absolutely standing in the light for Peggy, for Hawks, for my mom, for my Sula, knowing they are whole, perfect, and complete right where they are. I'm standing in the light for Randy and Kay, knowing the wholeness, the perfection is revealing itself as I speak my word. I am standing in the light for all the unspoken prayers and all the prayers that are written in the comments online. I know that there is a healing, revealing going on right here, right now, and that each and every one of these prayers, whether thought, spoken, written, is heard. It's in the one mind and is taking form right here, right now, and the perfection of all these situations is showing up here on planet Earth. We take a moment to stand in the light for our country, for our capital, for those who were injured and killed, and what happened there. I know that the truth of this situation is being revealed right now. There is God underneath it all, through it all, and peace is revealing itself as I speak my word. So settling into the peace, the love, the joy that is right where we are. I release my word into law, knowing it is done. So I invite you to claim this with me by saying, and so it is.
We let the love wash over us. We let it be. We let peace, we let the peace wash over us. Yeah. Oh, we let it be. We let joy wash over us. Wash over and over us, yeah. Oh, we let it be. We let love, let it fill your heart, let it fill your soul. Wash over and over you. Oh, we let it be. We let love wash over us. Wash over us. Wash over and over us. Oh, we let it be.
Thank
Have a wonderful
you.
week.
Have a great week.